this to be short, but I don't know if I can make it short. I'm not gonna get into everything because that'd take forever. It's just before tonight, or well, really just today, my life was, pretty good. And nothing major changed today. It's just that no one really talked to me, at least as much. So I had more time with my, thoughts, and I mean, if you can see, no, I can't zoom in. It's 4:57, but that clock is 2 minutes ahead, so it's 4:45. But I'm just gonna give context so you roughly know what I'm talking about. I was in an argument with one of my friends. Not really an argument. I was just talking about Herbie Hancock. This is besides the point. This Airbnb ad. I'm pretty sure it's Herbie Hancock that they're playing. Really good album, really good song. Anyways, but I was just talking with her about whatever, and she misread what I texted her, and whatever. So it started like a little thing where she was kind of yelling at me, and I was like defending myself. And I told one. Hold on, I'm counting. I told 4 people. I don't think it was 5. Yeah, it was 4. Because I was thinking about sending it to the 5th person, but I don't think I did. And out of the 4 people, 2 responded, by the way, 2-minute long voice note, and they responded in 40 seconds. So that makes sense, obviously. And the other person, I sent them the voice note, and they just said, not gonna lie, in one ear, out the other. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. The other 2 people haven't responded yet. One of them, I don't have, she doesn't have any other social media, so she probably was just asleep. But the other one does, and I saw that he was, active on Instagram and on TikTok, far past the Snapchat thing, and his location isn't on for me on Snapchat, I'm pretty sure. But I could only assume that he was. So I just kind of started the thing of me, just thinking like, oh, no one really cares to talk to me. They just talk to me when they're bored. And, that whole, I don't know if someone's awake or not, so I'm gonna, talk quieter. But that just kind of started like that whole path of thinking, if that makes sense. And I just kept going down that path. I watched a movie with my mom, but she was like asleep for most of it, so for most of the movie I wasn't really watching it. I was just sitting there thinking. That was probably the worst thing I could have done, but then my mom was like, I'm gonna go upstairs to go to bed. And I was like, alright, yeah, I'll go upstairs too. And that's when everything started. I'm not crying. I started smiling because I don't know. I just smile when, I don't know. But, I was still just thinking about that. And I got on Instagram And I realized, and I'm like, I'm sending all these people posts and reels, and literally no one, like, I mean no one looks at them. Like, I'm not, oh, well, there's just one person that does. No, there's literally no one that opens anything I send them. But then they send me things, and I respond to them, and we'll, like, talk about what they send, but then I send something, and they don't react to it at all. Half the time, they leave me unread. So then I checked it on TikTok, and it's the same thing. It's not as bad because I'm not on TikTok as much, but it's the same thing. If I send something, they don't respond to it, and then they send something, and I respond to it, and then we talk about what they sent. But whatever I send, it just doesn't matter. Mac Miller reference? No. Anyways, yeah. So I'm just kind of thinking about that, and my dog starts barking downstairs. So I, I go downstairs to see if he needs to be let out or whatnot. Sometimes he just wants someone to sit down there with him. And that's what it was. He just wanted me to sit down in the living room and just kind of sit there and pet him. And this is the worst part. While I'm petting him, a random thought just came in my mind. And it was like, I'm petting him and I'm looking at him. And I'm like, one day, he's just not going to be here. Like, he's, like, the floor that he's on right now. You know what I mean? Like, he won't be laying there because he'll be gone. It didn't help that my cats were around because they were, hold